In the big city of Paris, there once lived a very special person. He wasn't an animal with fur or feathers, no, he was a man, but he moved like a wild animal, graceful and smart. His name was Arsène Lupin. People called him the gentleman thief. He was like a ghost, who could appear and disappear as if by magic. He even told everyone about his crimes in the newspapers before he did them. That was a very bold move. It was like he was challenging everyone. He didn't just want money. He wanted the excitement of the chase, like a big game on a huge stage. He could pretend to be anyone, a driver, a rich man, an old man, a young artist. His face was like a blank page, and he was the painter. This let him walk right among the people he wanted to trick without anyone seeing him. He could learn their habits, their homes, their secrets. It was a clever way to stay alive. He didn't use force. He used his brain. He was like a chameleon, blending in perfectly before he made his move very precisely. This special skill made him different from the regular bad guys in the city. Lupin's adventures were truly amazing. They were stories of doing things that seemed impossible. Think about the story of the Queen's necklace. It was a very old and valuable piece, lost for hundreds of years. It was protected by strong guards. But Lupin saw it not as a problem, but as a chance. He went through a maze of history, clues, and powerful enemies. He didn't just steal the necklace. He found its old, forgotten secret. His heists were never just about taking things. They were about solving a puzzle that no one else could. Every adventure showed how smart he was and how daring he could be. Another famous story is called The Hollow Needle. Here we see Lupin at his most ambitious. He finds a secret place, a hidden fort built into a cliff on the coast of Normandy. This was the secret treasure room of the kings of France. It held amazing riches and old artifacts. Lupin claimed it as his own. It became his secret hideout, his safe place. A place where he could keep his collection of stolen masterpieces. It wasn't just a hiding spot, it was a monument to his own cleverness, a kingdom built on secrets. His reputation was made solid by how he did things. His legend grew with every daring act. The police were always confused. They would arrive and find Lupin had already left. He would leave a special card behind, a small sign to make fun of their efforts. He was always one step ahead. Like a ghost in a machine, the name Arsène Lupin became a whisper in the air. What made Arsène Lupin so special? It was his amazing mind. He was smart in a way that was logical. He was smart in a way that was creative. He could see patterns where others only saw confusion. He could figure out old codes. He could solve difficult puzzles. He could guess what his enemies would do with amazing accuracy. His mind was his greatest treasure. He was like a grandmaster of chess. He played with real people and very valuable objects. Every move was thought out carefully. Every risk was considered. He fit perfectly into the world of high-stakes secrets. His charm was another very important tool for staying alive. Lupin could get almost anyone to trust him. He was a master of understanding people's minds. He knew about desires, fears, and pride. He used this knowledge to make things happen the way he wanted. A friendly smile, a clever compliment, a kind gesture. He could make people believe whatever he wanted them to believe. This social smartness was as important as his ability to open a safe. It let him move through high society like a ghost. His real plans stayed hidden behind a charming personality. But underneath the charm and the genius, there was a moral code. It was a complicated, sometimes mixed set of rules. He would never purposely hurt innocent people. He often helped those who needed it. He would return something he stole if it meant more to its owner than he'd thought. This is what made him a gentleman. He was a hunter with a conscience. He stole from the greedy and sometimes gave to the poor. This mix made him fascinating. The world of Arsène Lupin came from the mind of one man. His name was Maurice Leblanc. He was a French writer. In the early 1900s, a magazine editor asked him to create a new character. They wanted a French rival to Sherlock Holmes. What if the hero wasn't a detective, but a criminal, a charming, brilliant, and totally captivating thief? And so, in 1905, Arsène Lupin was born. He appeared for the first time in a story called The Arrest of Arsène Lupin. Leblanc didn't just invent a character, he created a whole world. He filled his stories with rich historical details across France. From the grand streets of Paris to the rough cliffs of Normandy, he made his amazing stories feel real so readers could recognize them. This made Lupin's impossible feats seem almost believable. Leblanc wrote many stories and books about his gentleman thief. He spent much of his life writing about the adventures of this amazing character. He became almost as famous as Lupin himself. Leblanc even arranged for his character to meet his rival. In one famous story, Lupin goes up against a brilliant English detective named Sherlock Holmes. It was a playful nod, showing how good Lupin was. He kept writing Lupin stories for nearly 30 years. He created a character so real he would live on after his creator, becoming a permanent part of popular stories. He represented a kind of French spirit, clever, stylish, rebellious. Why are we still so interested in Arsène Lupin even today? Maybe it's because he is so much more than just a thief. He is a symbol of freedom. He lives outside the law, but he follows his own sense of right and wrong. Lupin represents the dream of breaking free. He shows us that intelligence, charm, and creativity can be the most powerful tools of all. He is the ultimate underdog, even when stealing very expensive jewels. We cheer for him because we admire his spirit. Lupin's influence has spread far beyond the original books. Movies, TV shows, plays, comic books. A fun fact, the recent popular Netflix show Lupin is not a direct copy. It's about a modern man inspired by the books. This shows how strong the original stories are. The idea of Lupin is so powerful it keeps inspiring new storytellers and audiences. When we compare Lupin to other characters, how special he is becomes clear. Unlike the cold Sherlock Holmes, Lupin is driven by passion and flair. He solves mysteries, but often for his own gain. Unlike cruel criminals, Lupin has a heart. He is a gentleman first, and a thief second. He has a special place among made-up characters. He is a hunter with the soul of an artist, a rogue with a code of honor. This complexity is what makes him so endlessly interesting. In the end, the legend of Arsène Lupin lives on because it speaks to a basic human desire, the desire for adventure, for romance, and for justice. Even if it comes in an unusual way, Lupin reminds us the greatest treasures are not always gold or diamonds, but cleverness, bravery, and a life lived with style. The gentleman thief continues to wander through our shared imagination, a ghost from the past, a hero for today, and a legend for all time.